Thanks for joining us on our streaming service for our new segment, the First Alert Avalanche Report. I'm your First Alert meteorologist, Callie Zanandrie, and joining me today is Deputy Director of the Colorado Avalanche Information Center, Brian Lazar. Brian, what should people be looking out for this weekend if they're headed to the backcountry?
Well, we've got, mostly moderate avalanche danger across the state as we move through the weekend. And the main story is the new snow we had midweek and the winds. And so let me just show you a few graphics which illustrate kind of our current situation. So this is a wind run or data from Berthoud Pass, but it's really indicative of what's going on statewide. So in the middle of the work week here, you can see is when we got the snow, and we had fairly moderate winds out of the north and the west. And so that drifted snow in the east and south aspects. But as I highlighted here at the end, the very end of the work week and through the weekend, our winds have strengthened and shifted to the west and southwest. And that's going to load northerly and easterly aspects. And this graphic kind of really shows how this happens. So earlier in the week, these yellow moderate colors loaded these south and easterly aspects up in the Alpine. And now we're switching wind direction that's going to blow snow onto those north and east aspects. And this is the avalanche activity for the last week. And so you can see it's been, across the whole state from Rocky Mountain Park down all the way to Telluride. And most of our avalanche activity is taking place on these north and east facing slopes high up in the Alpine above tree line. That pattern is going to continue through the at the very end of the work week and through the weekend because of the shifting and strengthening winds. The avalanches are mostly small, and they look like this. So you can see they're quite small, but it's really early season. So getting caught in even a small avalanche like the ones here in these images could really be a nasty ride because you're getting dragged across the ground, downed logs, and other shallowly buried obstacles. And so you really want to be paying attention for these wind-drifted slopes that are going to be the most problematic.
And Brian, if you do encounter one of these, what should you do if you're in the backcountry?
Well, fortunately, these are pretty easy to see right now, and Mother Nature is giving us some really good clues. So you're looking for these like pillow-shaped lenses of wind-drifted snow, which would be fairly easy to identify by eye, but another indication is when you start to feel stiffer snow underfoot and you get cracks shooting out from your skis in this example or your snowshoes. And when you see these cracks and feel that stiffer snow, particularly, again, north and east-facing slopes in the Alpine, it's time to move to either more sheltered terrain where you don't have the stiff wind-drifted slabs, or you can recreate safely on slopes less than about 30 degrees.
Thank you so much, Brian, for all of that information, and we'll see you again here next week for your First Alert Avalanche Report.